I'm going to continue doing the accents. Cheerio. Welcome in Just for Dalton, TexAgs Radio Rewind. And we're with Tomas, our new intern, who started today. Tomas, you've seen these shows before, so help us set the table. I'm going to put you on the spot. I want you to be a big-time radio producer or host. What happened on the show today that people need to watch?
I think the biggest thing was Jim Schlossnagle coming on the show. Really, the big thing for me is when we talk about culture, what he wants to do at A&M, what he's trying to build here as a program. I think for me, as a student here, seeing that as a coach, a leader, coming and talking about the guys he listens to, Nick Saban's of the world, the Urban Meyers, I got a lot out of that. I love what he's doing. I love the program that he wants to go here.
He actually gave us a real sports answer. I was hoping for some comedy. I didn't get any comedy. What's another thing that people, when they watch this amazing video with probably the best average host on TexAgs Radio's ever had when it comes to average, what is the other great thing that you saw from the show?
I think the biggest thing, we talked a little bit about the NFL. Shailene Williams, I believe, came on, talked about Sirr Williams came out, talked about the Dallas Cowboys, and talked about Hard Knocks a little bit. Same thing with the Houston Texans, talked about the Aggies.
I really wanted him. I just wanted him to talk about Sirr Parker. That's all I wanted. I gave you the notes before. Talk about Sirr Parker. 1990. Were you even born in 98?
No, I was not. I was 2000. Yeah, that was 2 years too late.
This already, you can see Dalton rolling his eyes. This video's gone too long. It's TexAgs Radio Rewind. Or it's TexAgs Rewind, whatever. Just watch it.
The Aggies were trailing late in the first half of the Orange Bowl, looking at about a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and Chase Lane makes a leaping catch for about 26 yards across the middle and keeps that drive going. A&M eventually scores a touchdown. I think it was Isaiah Spiller to take a halftime lead, 17-13. Once again, doesn't happen without Chase Lane coming up on 3rd down. Chase Lane's a productive guy when they look to him. They just got to look to him more often.
And again, on this kind of offense and this kind of playmakers, it's easy to have to distribute to so many people. Look at I want that picture brought up for a second because I don't know, you tell me. I saw him the other day. He looks like he's bulked up a little bit too. He's put on some muscle in the offseason.
Well, I'm not surprised at that. I mean, A&M has probably as good of, I won't even say probably, A&M has as good or better of strength and conditioning program as anybody in the country. That's with Jerry Schmidt and his guys. So that wouldn't surprise me at all. And I believe in that picture that we saw, I'm sorry, that's bad radio, but we had a picture up of him against Tennessee, and I think that was the play where he spun around and turned a short pass into another, long gain, and that's the one where he tweeted out, said his foot was hurt, and if it wasn't hurt, they wouldn't have caught him. I don't know if that's true because the guy who caught him had a running start, but the fact of the matter is he is a guy with good speed. He showed that against Mississippi State again. 5-yard catch turns into a 51-yard touchdown. That doesn't happen if you can't move. Reliable hands. I love, and we talked about this before, I love the idea of Chase Lane, a guy like that, being your 3rd or 4th option, because that means in man coverage, he's probably drawing the 3rd or 4th best cover guy. And that's a mismatch.
Club. Jim, final thing from me at least, Bluebell, the future. I know you have a vision for how you want it to look, and just give us some thoughts there.
I just feel like, I met with Mississippi State in 2018, I believe it was. Went down and looked around there before they hired Coach Lamonis, who's done an awesome job, national champions. You can't tell me that in Starkville, Mississippi, if you can draw 12 to 14,000 fans a game, and I understand they have an awesome tradition and history of attendance, that we can't do that here. There's just no way. We have 71,000 students. You have over 500,000 living alumni that are pretty close. I mean, former students, sorry. And Houston's so close. So we have to create a ballpark that allows people to come and have a great time. And I know there's a big waiting list for tickets. We need to create space for those people to be here. And we're going to have to do that and build those things before we have the success on the field, so that we can time those things at the right level. So, I would love to see seating around the outfield all the way around, a 360-degree concourse. Obviously, you're going to have some areas for high-level donors or people that want that, their own space. But you also have to have space for the big Aggie fan that's been coming to games for 40 or 50 years that doesn't want to pay that. And so I think, I'm going to push to have all those things. That's one of the reasons that that I left a great job to come here is because Ross has that same vision as well. And now, our job is to design it and go raise the money and build it. And I'm a firm believer that's going to happen hopefully in the next 18 to 24 months.
Real quick before we let you get out of here, I got one question. How much will you use what's going to happen across the street this fall as a recruiting tool in terms of what Jimbo's built, the anticipation for the football season, and obviously the atmosphere it generates?
Oh, yeah. I mean, every day, you know, every day. I mean, to go to I go to football practice and, social media is just so, it has so many negative things about it, but there's a lot of positives if it's done correctly. And I'm an old school guy, but certainly, I went to practice and then, just to see how he runs things, unbelievable staff and the level of athlete and speed, getting guys in here on visits. He's a baseball fan. I heard him on his press conference the other day talking
Played at Sanford.
Yeah. And he was talking about Nolan Ryan and Tom Seaver.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. So
happy to get you on the show. We only got a couple minutes before the end of it. How was this past weekend?
It was a great experience, man. I had a blast. Got a chance to go back. It's always good when I get back. Got a chance to bring my youngest two boys down there and let them experience the atmosphere. It was a real good weekend, man. I can't complain at all.
Yeah, I saw you spending some time taking some pictures out there. What does A&M mean to you? What does it mean to your family?
It's a big deal, man. It took me a while to get back. I had chances to go to the colleges out here as far as finishing my degree, but it was important to me to make sure my degree said Texas A&M on it, especially since I spent the first 4 years of my college, career out there. I want to finish off what I started. So it was important for me, and it was important for my kids to see that the process is really important and the importance of actually finishing what you start.
So let's kind of look at what Jimbo's building here and what you've been able to see from afar. Your thoughts on the way this program is being built and what could be a very nice 2021 season?
Hey, man, it's an entirely different culture. Jimbo has brought a different swagger, if you may, to the team, to the program. In recent past years, I used to see the Aggies get down, and then that would be it. But as of late, I see Aggies go down in games and fight back and overcome obstacles and prevail or be up on a team and actually don't let the team come back. Doesn't play too conservative. Always looking to score. Always looking to press the issue. So it's a great championship atmosphere, and coming in number 6, apparently there's a lot of things that are looking bright this year for the 21 season.
Yeah, we're talking to Sirr Parker here on TexAgs Radio, presented by David Gardner's Jewelers. Sir, I got to ask you a little bit about that amazing moment that we all saw back in 1998 against K-State there in the Big 12 championship game. Just it feels like yesterday, man. It's been a long time, but it's been over 20 years, but it feels like just yesterday. Just some of your thoughts and your memories of that game, what happened before, and the impact afterwards.
It like you said, it seemed like it was just yesterday, and for whatever reason, it's actually been 20-something years. But as I can remember it, it was another one of those situations. Coach Slocum and the coaches had a good game plan. We were down early on some basic mistakes, but was able to come back and even at no time at that game were we ever feeling like we were out of the game, which was an unusual feeling when especially you're down by so much so late in the game. But we just kept chugging away, and we were able to come out on top with some key plays from a lot of the players. A great team effort by a lot of the players that we had at the time, and we're able to keep fighting until we prevail.
When Olin and I were going back and forth about him, it's just he seems to make plays when you need him, those third down conversions, those plays when you don't think about it. And with all the depth they have at wide receiver, he's going to find himself open a lot.
No doubt. He's steady, very, very steady. And it's interesting as you were describing him, I was like, that's the definition of steady, is a guy you rely on. It's third down, I'm throwing the ball to 2. That's the guy that's going to go football. And I was pleasantly surprised as last year rolled on. Look, Anais was going to get his carries, and then Spiller from the Florida game on became a guy they went to a lot. And Weidemeyer needs to get his touches as well. But after Chapman got hurt in the Florida game, it was like Lane sort of stepped in, maybe not to give you the big plays all the time and go down the field like Chapman did in that Florida game. But what he did was he catch the hitch route for 5, turn it into 8. He catch that dig route across the middle for a first down. It just felt like Kellen Mond got very comfortable with Chase Lane. I don't know if I would look at Chase and go, okay, somebody asked me, like, what are his elite qualities? I don't know that I would point anything out, but I would say, boy, he does everything well, though. He runs good routes. He's got good hands. He can do something after the catch. I think he's got all the qualities you want for in a receiver. I just don't know if I would say he's got anything elite, but you don't need a guy to be elite if he does everything well and a guy that you trust and rely on. So whoever ends up winning that quarterback job, when it comes third down, and every quarterback over time, hey, who was your guy? Well, for Johnny, it was Mike Evans. I mean, he was going to Mike. And then late in the 2012 season, he found Travis Laphart. Every quarterback that's played the game had a guy. That's a guy I'm going to because I just know I trust him. He's going to be in the right spot. He's going to run the right route, and he's going to make the catch. Even if I don't get him a great ball, he's going to make the catch. And that's the way I feel about Chase Lane is steady Eddie, the guy you rely on, and whoever's at quarterback, he's going to find him. To me, Chase Lane is a guy that catches 60 to 65 passes a year for 850 yards and 7 touchdowns. And you look at those numbers and you compare them to all the other receivers around the country, and you go, well, he doesn't really kind of compare. But you know what? To A&M, he's indispensable. Like, you got to have him. You got to have a guy like that. Even though there might be some other talented dudes around him, Chase Lane is a guy that's going to get that big first down and be the guy you rely on. No doubt. I think you get it right on the head, dude.
My favorite part of the closeout is when I ask Dalton a question. Dalton, how are you?
I'm doing great, David. Thank you.
That's a good answer right there. So now what are we supposed to do?
Like the buttons?
No, smash the like.
Actually do it. And what are those weirdos doing in the background? What are you guys doing?
We're liking it.
I mean,
I don't know what she's doing.
this is not TikTok, all right?
Subscribe.
I'm just going to leave it here and let it kind of marinate for a minute. Just let everybody watch how embarrassing this must be for you guys and for you for watching. But thank you for watching.